Sorry about that, friends. There we go. Delightful little guest. Yes. Hi, folks. Hi, hello. I can't hear anything. Mopey has stolen our April away. Hello, I returned. Sorry, I had a little friend come by, and he was helping me get set up, and he accidentally tabbed over and freaked out. I still need to put in my earbuds. I can't hear any of the music that I currently have going, which makes this very disorienting. Earbud in. Making sure it's not connected to my phone. Epic. I know you can still hear it. I need to be able to hear it. Chat, I don't feel very good. Chat, I don't feel super good. Chat, I got hashtag vaxxed. With the wedding right around the corner, Mint-Mod and I figured it'd probably be a good idea to go and get our COVID boosters / flu shots to make sure that nothing catastrophic happens before the most expensive day of our lives. Can you feel the autism? Why do you think I took... Leica, my body hurts, so I took some Tylenol to help. I have a shit ton of soup if you need it. Honestly, if I'm able to conjure the energy, I actually plan on making an absolutely gargantuan batch of tomato bisque. Currently have a craving like a motherfucker. Thank you though. But also, really quickly, hello Spitza, how you doing today? Hi Curses, thank you very much for the sub, Leica. Be dozing to my girl, I appreciate your doze lurk. Good morning Alp, good morning Dot. I think that's everyone who's commented so far. So we've got a stream today. We sure do have fights to do. One of them scares me a lot. One of them, I'm pretty sure I understand how the AI works. And if I'm wrong, we wipe. So you know. My neck feels too bare. I need a delightful little reliquary to don around mine throat. April, why are you scared when I believed you completely? This is the run. Because getting confident in saying that this is the run is how I end up, like, dying. I have to constantly be on, like, a razor's edge, like, as fucking tuned in as I can be like, oh no, I need to make sure that I'm not fucking this up, that I'm not being a freaking a bingus bongus, which requires constant paranoia. Also, I'm really cold, so that's why I'm wearing my jammies and my cardigan and my jammy pants, and I have my heater down to my left. You stole a piece of a saint from the Catholic Church. Yeah, I stole St. Bernard's pussy. Oh, okay. Thanks, Turtle. This is going on the wiki. My wiki, white woman behavior. But also, chat. Look at my new friend. He arrived in the mail a couple days ago. I didn't realize how delightfully, like, palm-sized he is. I thought he'd be a little bigger, and I'm glad that he isn't. Like, he's so huggable. Look at him. He's the real gamer here. Guys, it's Deltarune Chapter 3. Guys, it's Deltarune Chapter 3. He's gaming. Anyway, so my little guy is gonna keep me company. I don't think any of my other screen windows have like a way that can display the boy. Double ping match. I'm sorry, Volt Flare. I need to get like a new keyboard or something. I don't understand why I keep fucking double pinging, because I've like maybe done that once in the first year and a half of my stream, and then in the past 2 months I've done it 3 times, and I'm in agony about it. I am very sorry about that, because I know people hate getting pinged in the first place. Also, speaking of, I got pinged somewhere. 1 second. Oh, this in relation to... Oh, yeah, no, Turtle, with the message you added me with, that is the correct interpretation of what I was saying. Apologizing forever. How dare you make a mistake? It's just because I'm here now. Well, I mean, regardless, thanks for coming and hanging out. And I think I've done enough rambling and bambling. That's the wrong thing. Though actually, I do need to get the calculator open. Got off to a little slow start today. Like I said, my body does not feel great today. But I've got at least the next 2, maybe 3 fights already pre-calced. This is the snow fight that I'm talking about. But coming up, we have a really interesting one because of Arena Trap Doug Trio. Arena Trap Doug Trio is a funny guy. Okay. Let me get Master Sheet open. Also, I learned a really interesting trick for that rock gem that we grabbed earlier. That can make some fights a little safer. Because essentially, as long as you're holding a gem, the AI sees you as always doing that boosted damage, which means you can trick it into not doing setup AI, as well as bait it into doing priority AI, which is just something to keep in mind for the future. Okay, but should probably actually boot up the frickin' game. I didn't turn my controller on. Okay, Arelze, we're gonna put you right here for right now, bud. But yeah, so chat, if you need any Relze in your life, if you need, like, I need that sweet boy, I need to see that sweet boy on camera, just let me know and I will wiggle him in front of the camera. He loves it. It makes him very happy. It's enrichment. Okay. Do I have my notes for this fight? Yeah, Da Bear. Okay. So the thing is, Da Bear is what I'm just scared of, but if I misunderstand how the AI works in this fight, oh, we die. We should be fine, though. Okay. So. Let me also get my calculator. We also have to get through 3 fights to get our next encounter. I'm really looking forward to that next encounter because it could be really big for us. Coughing would be really good. Specifically for Wind Straight Veto. I have a really dumb scuffed line for Wind Straight Veto. But okay, so we need Talonflame, Togedemaru, Electros. So Tallow, Toge, Ely, Tallow, Torterra. Toge, Tallow, Arcanine, and Roserade. Unequip Electros, Talonflame, and Roserade of items. Pre-Poison Arcanine. Okay. Get my color coding on. So like, what would Coughing do for Veto? It has Levitate, so it's immune to Earthquake, and it learns Will-O-Wisp. I didn't learn until it was already too late that Talonflame actually really wants to keep Will-O-Wisp. In theory, we still have Talonflame as a really scuffed Mega Aggron answer. But also, Weezing is really good, and then you can trade it for Galarian Weezing, because it turns out you can actually trade, you can use multiple of the trades, and they all, like, don't count as their own encounter. It essentially is counted as, like, swapping out your encounter with another one, if you have the requisite Pokemon. Obviously, you can only do it once, but, like, okay. But yeah, so, because Will-O-Wisp Weezing against Mega Aggron, I don't think ever loses. Because it's really bulky, and it just eventually dies to, well, I don't know if it has the sustain power that Talonflame has. We'll see. Okay, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you. So, we equip Maisie with an Oranberry. I think it gets Pain Split by then for the sustain. That actually does help. Because Will-O-Wisp does the chip damage, and at that point you reduce Mega Aggron's damage by so much that you could just kind of do like switch-arounds. Unequip Electros, Talonflame, and Roserade of items. Interesting. Because Turtle beats you. Yeah, okay. And then... I'm trying to think like if giving Torterra a specific held item fucks with AI at all, and I don't think it does. There are multiple Pokemon in this fight that have knockoff, so... Also, chat, forgive me if my brain's a little slower today. It's just, you know, a consequence of frickin' two flu shot. Very tired. It even learns Flamethrower at level cap. Perfect. Yeah. I imagine Wheezing with a Citrus Berry beats Aggron in the 1v1 really well. Okay. I think we can just give Turtle an Oranberry. No, actually, we don't want to give Turtle an Oranberry. Okay, so we've got to be a little silly. I think it'll be fine. I think if we get our Switch AI, by the time that the Switch AI could get a little fucky, it should be fine. Because we've taken care of the main threats. We just might have to, keeping berries from me, denying me treats. No, Maisie gets an Oranberry. See? Oh, true, from Turtle, yeah. Okay, we need to give a Persimberry to Hamilton. We already gave him one. Okay. Because, yeah, as long as Maisie's holding an item, let me just get everyone's calcs proper. Export, import. Doesn't, well, hold on. Persimberry. Export, import. No held item, no held item, no held item. Togedemaru, give you the Orin. Export, import. Talonflame, obviously no held item. Just to make sure Arcanine 1-hit KOs Noctowl, good. Okay. We do have to go the long way to do the pre-poison, though. How many healing items do I have? Do I need more? No, I've got potions. Marriage is between 1 April and 1 Mint Mod. Everything else is a perversion of God's plan. You are correct, Fia, but you don't need to come in here and say it. How you doing, hun? Okay. Apply status. Poison. Why did I turn my heater off? So we are going to poison Hamilton. This is to prevent Hamilton from getting sleeped. Big news for perverts. Okay. No point in healing until we're all the way there. You doing okay, Hamilton? Attaboy. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just making sure. Single battle, no weather. You always see that that's your best move there. Into you. Into you. Okay. This fight's kind of scary. It wants to gimmick you with Doug Trio. Did I miss Hail Team? No, you did not. Hail Team is the third fight. Okay. In comes Caesar. Caesar has Technician and an Oka Berry. Technician boosts the power of moves of base 60 power or less. An Oka Berry drastically reduces the power or the damage it takes from a single fire type attack. That prevents this thing from getting one-hit KO'd by Hamilton. It also knows U-turn, bullet punch, dual wing beat, and knockoff. Against Talonflame, it sees that its highest damaging attack is dual wing beat at 49%. We're gonna swap to Maisie. Dual wing beat only does at most 12% to Maisie, and it takes 25% of its max HP in recoil. Thank you, Iron Barbs. Maisie is now on the field. There is nothing that stops this Caesar from flinching, so we're going to use Fake Out for the free damage. Okay. Against Maisie, since we're holding an Oranberry, it sees that its highest damaging attack is Knockoff. We are going to swap to Jane, who does not take a lot of damage from Knockoff. Good, no crit. Now, it sees that its highest damaging attack against Jane is U-turn, a move that forces Caesar to swap out. You know who takes no damage from U-turn? Now the thing is, normally we want to see this U-turn go into Doug Trio. However, we are punished by our Talonflame being too fast. So we get Golisopod instead, because Golisopod sees that it can one-hit KO Talonflame with Rock Slide. Talonflame cannot one-hit KO Golisopod. However, Golisopod has Emergency Exit. The game does not know that if Talonflame goes first and does enough damage, it forces Golisopod to swap out. We use Acrobatics. It has priority moves. It's not going to use them because it thinks that it's got a one-hit KO move on us. Now we get Doug Trio. Doug Trio has Arena Trap, which means you can't swap Pokemon while Doug Trio is on the field, with the exception of flying types and Pokemon with Levitate. It sees that it has a one-hit KO on Talonflame with Stone Edge. Talonflame gets one switch here. We swap to Turtle. Because it sees KO with Stone Edge, it will not go for Hone Claws. Okay. It now sees that its highest damaging move is Earthquake. It is possible that it goes for Hone Claws this turn because it has a Focus Sash. We are going to use any of our moves would one-hit KO it, except for maybe Giga Drain. We're just going to use Seed Bomb twice. For as badly as I want to heal, we need to get our HP low enough so that Caesar is guaranteed to come in and use Dual Wing Beat. Because if our HP is a little too high, they'll send in Noctowl instead. Wait, actually? Yeah, okay, Caesar is barely faster than Torterra. Okay. 119. Dual Wing Beat sees his highest roll is 58 times 2. Okay, I believe our HP is low enough. We'll Giga Drain for the 1 point of healing. Okay. There is a very small chance that Caesar goes for U-turn. A very small chance. Caesar sees that its highest damaging move against Torterra is Dual Wing Beat. There is a single roll on U-turn that shows Swap Out. I think it's basically guaranteed that we get Dual Wing Beat, though. So we are going to swap to Maisie. Good, okay. We're still online. Critical hit, that's what the Oran Berry's for, in case we take too much damage. Okay, Caesar is at half HP. We're gonna get it with Fake Out. It sees that its highest damaging move is Knock Off. Return to Caesar, swap to Toge, use Fake Out. Swap to Talonflame. Hold on. I did this slightly wrong, I think. Hold on a second. Swap to Toge, use Fake Out, swap to Talon. Why are we swapping to Talon? Okay, so I think I did my line... I wrote it down a little wrong. I believe the plan here is, once again, swap to Electros, swap to Talonflame on the bait. So we are going to... swap to Electros against Knockoff. Okay, no crit means that it always goes for U-turn. I believe now we do the thing where we swap to Talonflame while it U-turns. Bullet Punch. Interesting. Hold on, let me look at something. Talonflame, it sees upper end 48. I think Caesar is forever baited into using Bullet Punch here, so we're kind of safe to set up and KO it. It'll also probably burn itself eventually off of Flame Body. Okay, good. This is fine. This is actually super duper okay. I'm tempted to set up Tailwind. Yeah, no, it's like, I don't want to risk fucking with how the line works if I set up Tailwind. Okay. It's gonna go for Bullet Punch. I think we just KO with Acrobatics. But yeah, no, I didn't consider the fact that it saw that it got KO'd by Electros. Okay, so next, I think we should see Golisopod then? Tangrowth. Okay. Because Golisopod sees that it gets KO'd, that's why. Okay. Tangrowth. Talonflame kind of beats Tangrowth. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. We had planned for Roserade, because what happens if we swap to Roserade? If we swap to Roserade... We did plan for this. Okay. We're not holding an item. It's going to go for Sludge Bomb. Just making sure. The highest damaging move it can use is Sludge... Well, no, it's, Knock Off. Crit Sludge Bomb. Their entire team is officially outsped and damaged by Tallow. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I don't need to worry about swapping out. Because upper end of Sludge Bomb is 43%. We 2-hit KO it with Acrobatics. I think we Acrobatics Roost Acrobatics. Though we do have to keep in mind that, well, it always goes for Sludge Bomb, actually, so we don't need to worry about not being a flying type when roosting. Okay, no poison. I suppose it'll go into Noctowl next, which is... okay. Yeah, we can just Acrobatics to kill. So yeah, because Golisopod sees that it gets outsped and KO'd, they're going to send in Noctowl. This Noctowl's kind of spooky. It's going to go for Hurricane probably, but it knows... So this Noctowl has Blunder Policy, which is an item that boosts its speed by 2 stages if it misses an attack. Most of its attacks have a chance to miss. So what we've done is we've taken Hamilton, pre-poisoned him. So if the idea is that Hamilton outspeeds without blunder policy and is slower than with blunder policy. So Hurricane shouldn't do that much to him, even if he gets confused. He has a Persimberry. And if Hurricane misses, he can then survive the one Hurricane afterwards. So we swap to Hammy. You gain your flying type back at the end of the Roost turn. Okay, good. Hurricane didn't miss. This is perfectly consistent. We got confused, except... No, we didn't. Noctowl has Hypnosis. That's why we're poisoned. In case it went for the original line, I think Talonflame had so much health that it could have gone for Hurricane or Hypnosis. We now outspeed it and one-hit KO with Rock Slide. Okay. Golisopod sees that it's outsped and dies. I think it's just going to go for First Impression, right? It has First Impression, Liquidation, Leech Life, Rock Slide. I don't think there's anything that stops us from killing it this turn, because crit First Impression does a max of 47 damage. Arcanine, how much do you take from poison? 162 divided by 8 is 20. So we have 64 minus 20, 44. Okay, we could die to poison damage after crit. Where it's Aqua Jet? He doesn't, because the battle's over. Oh, so do you not take Poison Tick if the attack, like, ended the fight? Okay. I know this is perfectly consistent. I just get nervous because it's Hamilton. Because Rock Slide does minimum 52%. Okay. Weird. Why didn't it go for First Impression? Swap to Tallow was the original plan, but... Yeah, I know, right? Weird. Why didn't it do it? Regardless, after all that, chat, I'm actually going to run to the restroom. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Sorry for the delay, friends. To make it up to you. It's the real gamer. I love him so much. I want him, like, perched on my shoulder. I want him to be my little parrot. But I can't do that. White boy not steady enough. Oh, Rose! Hi! Yeah, is my boy. I got him in the mail a couple days ago. Anywho, made it through that fight. Thank goodness. It can be really scary if you don't have the answers for it. Because what that fight wants to do is that Doug trio is in the very back of that trainer's team, and it's incredibly fast. So the game tries to bait you into KOing Caesar with a fire type, so that Doug trio can then come in unimpeded, trap your Pokemon with Arena Trap. It has a Focus Sash, so even if you have like a really powerful priority move, you won't be able to KO it, and it just fucking nukes your guy. I have his glasses. They're sitting over there. I just think he looks cute without them, and they're a bit like huffy to keep on him. Anyway, thankfully, after that big complicated line, also you can see in my notes, that big complicated line, we actually have a really easy one that I believe is perfectly consistent. That only requires 2 Pokemon. Because, like, yeah, Passimian has no held item, and that's its gimmick. Talonflame. Because I believe Talonflame only gets hit by 2 attacks in this entire fight. And I did the math, and it survives both of them, even if they both crit. I legit don't understand why this fight exists. Just to give you, like, a dub, I imagine. It's like, you've been having a hard time for a while. Here's some change, baby girl. You have fun. Hamilton will survive to the Pokemon Center. It just makes you walk back an extra time. Thankfully, we're getting close to the other rest stop. I don't mind it, though. It means we get to enjoy the kick-ass Route 111 desert music. It's literally after this fight. Well, perfect. Yeah, no, thankfully this fight gets answered by Heracross really easily. Like, we're opening with Togedemaru. It's not even to, like, get an attack off. It's just to bait close combat turn 1. Okay. I suppose other things that are good in case something goes horribly wrong. Nidoking. Probably don't want Hamilton here. I don't know, like Pari. This will probably do it. Should be fine. I really wish that illusion actually worked in this game. I really wish that you got like a single turn at the start of the fight where it assumes that your Pokemon's data is actually the data of the Pokemon in the back of your team. Screw it. Maisie, you can hold on to your safety Oranberry. Just for like the one turn of like, oh, I tried to hit you with Psychic and it didn't work. Okay, now I understand that you are Zoroark. You know, oh, I hit you with Surf and it did less damage than I was expecting. You must be Zoroark. Well, at that point, it just breaks illusion. But, you know, like, I think that would be fair. Because then it would also make Vito's Alakazam actually not too threatening for my team specifically. BG Dub, every time Rose gets hurt in battle, I feel pain IRL. Well, thankfully, Rose doesn't take hits that often. But thinking they'd give you a Dark Aura Zoroark is very funny. When all the documentation says that you get Dark Aura, like, I think that's a fair assessment to make. You can still get freaking Guts Conkeldurr. Teach that thing Facade. Oh, you're not the next trainer. I thought you were the next trainer. Oh, you're secret power guy. Oh no. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, yeah, but some Pokemon have been given, like, Swift Swim and Chlorophyll to nerf them. As opposed to Guts Conk. You know, Torterra normally doesn't get shell armor. Just making sure we open with Toge Demoge. Holding an item, it still baits close combat. Okay, this is Black Belt Daisuke. He's got a Passimian. Passimian's pretty bulky. We actually can't one-hit KO it with Talonflame. At least not yet. That being said, turn 1, we're gonna fake out because there's no reason not to. I don't think Defiant does anything if you flinch. If Defiant does something when you flinch, I'm reloading the save. Cool. Anyways, it's gonna go for close combat and Amazy. We're gonna swap to Scalpel. Close combat does about 39% without crit. Its defenses are dropped. It's now outsped and gets one-hit KO'd by Acrobatics. And Flame Body cuts its damage into the fucking floor. Okay. But yeah, Acrobatics now does 107. Okay. I believe it now just plays down the line. We should get in Throw next. In comes Throw. Throw has Guts and a Citrus Berry. It has Recover and Bulk Up. Thankfully, it always gets 2-hit KO'd by Acrobatics. Its strongest move is Facade. If it happens to proc Flame Body turn 1, it doesn't matter. It never goes for Bulk Up because it sees that we're fast and 2-hit KO it. We could also just crit. That's also an option. And then in comes Heracross. We outspeed and 1-hit KO Heracross. It has Guts and a Flame Orb. Got him. Good job, Scalpel. Heracross is already holding it. They can have multiples of certain items. There's a fight where, like, every Pokemon has, like, Choice Band. Okay. Berry trees! Okay. Raspberry? Oh, neat. Alright, kids. I really hope... We've gotten bad rolls on all of our citrus trees. 31, thank God. Okay. That nearly doubles the amount of citrus berries we've pulled. We got like 18 on our first 2. We got fucking Lumberries, baby. I actually don't know what the yield is for Lumberries. Let me see if that's good or bad. Lumberries, 9 to 27. That's kind of middle of the road. I'm not going to complain. Better than 9 for certain. $50 orange berries. I thought that we were out of orange trees, so it's nice to get a little refill on those. 43. We've had really poor Orin yields the entire run so far, but like I think we're officially at a point where we won't have to worry about running out. I don't think we're hitting 140. Yeah, casually 60 off. It's fine though. Get a nice little rest spot. even have a PC. Just putting into those crimes we've been deputizing Pokemon. Oh, embargo. Okay, nice. That's actually really interesting. I think embargo specifically, it doesn't affect the field, it affects the Pokemon you're targeting, so we can worry about it in the future. Don't try and get to the side of the PC? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like don't... Yeah, no, of course. And I believe there is an item up on these crags. Hashtag up on these crags. You can only get there if you have the Mach Bike. That's why we grabbed that a while ago. Doubt there's anything for the item finder, but never hurts to check. She's not a trainer because she's walking around normal style. I do have flying type Pokemon. Dual Wing Beat. Yo! Okay. That's our one dual wing beat. You can go grab Acrobite now, go on. Is this the only place where we need the Mach Bike? Sharpbeak. Okay. Talonflame can finally use moves that aren't acrobatics. It's still probably gonna stick to acrobatics because like all Sharpbeak does is let Aerial Ace be worse acrobatics. But like, next bike check is Jagged Pass, I'm pretty sure. Gotcha. Because, like, who do we even have that can learn Dual Wing Beat, honestly? Because, like, how powerful are you? Base 40 power, but it hits twice. Like, here. Gonna open up the decks and just see who gets Dual Wing Beat. Like, we're probably not going to use it on Talonflame. That'd be kind of a waste. We already have a stronger, more effective flying type move, but... a lot of things learned by level up. Aerodactyl, Altaria, Arcan, Arcops, Celebi, Clefable, Clefairy, Combee, Corviknight, Corvisquire. Corviknight, do you learn it normally? I have to imagine you learn it normally, right? Charizard. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Crobat, Cutiefly, that's fun. Dartrix, Decidueye, Dragonite, Druddigon, Farfetch'd. Yeah, the Fletchling line can get it. We could put it on Flygon if we need to. The Laddies learn it, Mew, Hydreigon, Hawlucha. Hawlucha would also be really good. Scizor, Scyther, Sigilyph. Pretty much anything with wings can use Dual Wing Beat. Evidenced by Celebi. It's so funny. But yeah, no, we've managed to hold on to a good chunk of our TMs. Should actually make sure I've got all these marked off on the master log. It's like, we have Feint Attack, we have Electro Web, Shockwave, Seismic Toss, Aerial Ace, Defog, Dual Wing Beat. We don't have Roost yet. Night Slash, or sorry, Nightshade, Magical Leaf, Facade, Hyper Voice, Swagger, Rock Blast, Rock Tomb, and Smart Strike. And then we did get Strength. Strength doesn't do anything beyond being like a slightly more powerful secret power, right? Yeah, just a base 80 power physical normal type attack. Okay, so we got some interesting tools here. Unfortunately, we don't really have any Pokemon that have like flying type attacks. Onix technically has flying type secret power. So, you know, if we want to do big damage off of its incredible base 30 special attack, that's an option. Onix, let's go. I'm so excited. If we can just make it past Vito, we finally get Steelix. For context, Volt Flare, this is a plus defense Onix. With, like, okay enough IVs. Like, let me go find her. Surface to air Onix. Oh good, my game is no longer readable in the chat overlay. Oh, I'm sorry. Name is no longer readable. Well, that's odd. Oop. Why am I getting a notification? Did we just get a sub? The fuck was that? Oh, we did! Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your Prime sub, my wife. I really appreciate that. Man, check it out. Rockhead Onyx, plus defense nature. Okay, IVs. Bad speed is obviously sad. It is the slowest possible Onyx. But we love Dollop. Dollop has honestly served us really well in the early game. It's just, she's the best possible normal resist. Optimal for VGC Avi. True, exactly. We built her for Trick Room. The one Trick Room team we fight in the game. Oh, there are two. God, Felice. Felice, I want to be able to use you. I want to be able to use you for something, buddy. I'm really scared of this next fight. I assume the trainer is just waiting for us. There's no more, like, items to grab. I'm gonna save, obviously. Yeah, that's her. If we can get past her, we get access to our next encounter. Imagine an excavator, but it's just an Onyx connected to a vehicle. Cute. So, I think I have this fight calced out. I kind of want to run over it with y'all for obvious reasons. Here, I'm gonna mute the game and get some of our background music. I did it too soon. Now it's kind of awkward in here. Stream background. Do I have you on shuffle? Okay. So, this fight is a hail team. We dealt with sand teams the entire way here. They are nothing compared to this. Namely just because we have a lot of rock, ground, and steel types, so we were kind of allowed to ignore the sandstorm gimmick for the most part. Here we are less fortunate. The idea of just spinning an Onyx to drill cough. So first things first, okay, the thing automatically sets it to hail, so that's good. Right out the bat, we have a Vanillix here that has Explosion and Blizzard and Freeze Dry. We have two things that can one-hit KO it, being, well, actually three things maybe? Hold on. Okay, we have three things that can one-hit KO it. Notably Outspeed and one-hit KO it. I believe Hitmonchan also can, but it's slower. And because it's slower, it means it runs the risk of going afoul of something like Ice or Explosion or Blizzard. And we definitely wouldn't like that. So the thing that confuses me with frickin'... When we were dealing with that Golisopod, why didn't it go for first impression? Is it just that, like, slow kill out-prioritized priority move? Because I thought that the AI always goes for that. Because I'm trying to see if is there a way I can trick this Vanillix into not using Ice Shard. Actually, I'm kind of curious about something. If I give you a Rock Gem, Dewgong sees that it gets one hit KO'd. You see that you get one hit KO'd. Barotic sees that it gets one hit KO'd. But Barotic outspeeds and might one hit KO you with superpower. Yeah, I think it would always go to Tentacruel. I mean, it'd always go to Tentacruel anyways. So, we have two options to start this fight. Lucario or Arcanine. The thing is, Lucario... Lucario actually take Icicle Spear worse than Arcanine. But Arcanine sometimes can bait Rock Slide if RNG is bad. And it's like... Lucario takes 10% from Ice Shard. Arcanine takes basically none. Can I get the paste for the Arcanine real quick? Here, let me get you an updated export of my full team. Copy. Because I do have a Google Doc for this. Up there. There we go. So I think this is the team with their new movesets. There we go. For anyone who wants to see the current team we're working with, because what's going to happen is there are a couple issues with this fight. Tentacruel has toxic spikes, which can be trouble for the whole team, taking hail damage and toxic damage. Baratic here has Slush Rush, and Slush Rush doubles its speed in snow, and it does a lot of damage with everything. There are theoretically things that can kill it. I suppose actually Arcanine does bait Aqua Jet AI, which is interesting. But yeah, like, it also has a White Herb and Superpower. So it does the thing that a Cycling Road rival does, where it has a really powerful move that lowers its stats, and then an item that heals that stat lowering. Theoretically, there's a world where, like, if we got it to use Superpower into Eldegoss, could be funny. Because then Eldegoss would drop its speed first, and then it would take the stat drops. But we do actually kind of need Eldegoss for this fight to be able to make Baratic slow. Because I don't think there's ever a world where it sees, like, we have a priority KO on this thing. So yeah. The idea was... Sorry, hold on. Enjoying the banger. Okay. So yeah, our first question is, how do we handle Vanillix? We also could theoretically use Excadrill if we gave it Muscle Band. That's the other thing, is we do need Muscle Band on Lucario to guaranteed KO Vanillix with Sky Uppercut. Similar to how we need Hardstone on Arcanine. And it always gets Blizzard set up because it has Snow Warning, and then we just have to deal with Ice for the rest of the fight. And we only have one Pokemon that doesn't get pelted by Hail. If you open... Yeah, I know, Arcanine baits Tentacruel. The issue is then still taking care of Bear later. I've got two versions of this fight that I've been kind of looking at. Where, yeah, we open with Arcanine, we KO Bear. We also then bait in Tentacruel, who guaranteed isn't going for Toxic Spikes. It's going for Surf. Which we could then do like a... No, we can't... Well, we could do swap into Eldegoss, not to lower its stats because it has Clear Body, but to then bait Poison Jab into Togedemaru, who is a good Tentacool answer. The problem is that... Tentacruel isn't guaranteed to go for Poison Jab. It could just as likely go for Toxic Spikes. And then we have to deal with those for the rest of the fight, kinda. And it's just difficult to get around. Because, like, if we could drop this thing's speed, we could get it with, like, Soft Sand, Flygon, Torterra. Well, we could never get this thing slow enough to kill it with Torterra, let's be real. Do I have two poison types? Nidoking and Roserade. And I also have some steel types and some flying types. And like things with levitate. I guess it's just a question of if I could do this fight around Tentacruel. Because the thing is, even if Surf crits, Tentacruel is either going for Toxic Spikes or Poison Jab, never Blizzard, so we can guarantee we don't need to worry about Togedemaru being able to get thought out, because Togedemaru then baits Surf. We would then turn 1 Nuzzle, turn 2 Zing Zap. Nuzzle paralyzes it, cuts its speed. Toge then outspeeds and KOs with ZZ. Yeah, which is what we have here. Oh, that's right. I had a really dumb version of this where... Why did I incorporate Gorobus into this line? What was I fucking cooking here? Oh, I think I just had Gorobus as like a thing to take Surf really good. Yeah, no, we could, because all of our things that bait another guaranteed KO don't take Surf that well. Electros just baits another Surf. There is also the option of just raw swapping Toge into Surf. Though at that point, I love Frost Breath. Oh, because of how it toggles all of the color things whenever we're on Walrein. Because it sees all of my Pokemon's first slot moves as always critting. Okay. Yeah, Zoroark's got the KO, it swears. Honestly, though. I mean, it does do a lot with Knockoff, for what it's worth. And it outspeeds. Gets rid of its safety goggles, so it starts taking Hail Pelt. But yeah, no, that requires a lot. And it would take so much fucking damage from Surf Blizzard. It's like Nidoking has KO, quote unquote. And there's no real way to get, like, Tailwind set up with Talonflame. Okay. Because, like, Eldegoss taking Surf is kind of fine. Because the thing is, we need Eldegoss to have enough HP to swap into Baratic later. Obviously not against Icicle Spear, ideally against Rock Slide or Aqua Jet. To drop Baratic's speed. Because if Baratic has a -1 to its defense from using Superpower twice, and a -1 to its speed, most of our things can kill it. Ideally not Arcanine, because Aqua Jet could crit. Most likely Lucario. Hold on, I'm actually going to look at the AI. Because maybe if it has KO with a non-priority move, does it just not go for the priority move? Like, why did First Impression do that? Okay, if a damaging move kills, if the Amon is faster or the move has priority and the AI is slower, an additional +6. If Amon is slower, +3. Hold on. If AI is dead to player Mon and slower, all attacking moves with priority get an additional +11. You know what I think happened? It saw slow kill at +9, or +3, so it goes from 6 to 9. It got the 1 in 5 to bring it up to 11, and then coin flipped in favor of a non-priority move. I think that's what happened. Because it saw KO but slow, so that's minimum +9. Yeah, it gets the 1 in 5 for the other +2. Okay. That being said, though, maybe I do like this Arcanine line. The question would be, do we give... Because Lucario can swap into Spikes. Hitmonchan, we can give a Pecha Berry. Hitmonchan, we actually always plan to have swap into Spikes, because ideally... it's Togedemaru is the thing that sends in Dugong. Ooh, it won't be, though. It'll be Superpower. We'll see how it goes. Because Dugong gets consistently KO'd by Hitmonchan Sky Uppercut with no held item. I just worry about, like, Substitute, Protect, Cheese, and then... Because, like, this fight would be so much easier if this Magmortar didn't have Weather Ball. If this Magmortar didn't have Weather Ball, it dies super fucking easy style to Flygon. Because Flygon does outspeed it. We just need to make sure that we can swap Flygon into it and not swap into a Weather Ball. Because then Soft Sand, we outspeed it by a single point, we KO it with Stomping Tantrum. Okay. You might be right, because Lucario is ideally our Baratic KO. And it means that we have Arcanine as a backup to take care of Magmortar, assuming we can guarantee that we swap into it without Scorching Sands. Because as long as we swap into something that isn't Scorching Sands, and even if it is Scorching Sands, as long as it doesn't... No, I think 2 ticks of hail damage plus high roll still kills. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know why I have Gorbis as part of this. I think that's dumb as hell. April, what the fuck were you thinking? Arc can take the last 2 KOs, right? If they're Dugong and Magmortar. Can Arcanine KO Dugong? It can't guarantee KO Dugong. Though I suppose it would never set up Substitute, would it? Because it would see that we outspeed and do enough damage to prevent it. Hold on, let me look up how Substitute works. Substitute. Baton Pass. Substitute starts at +6. If the player mon is asleep, if the player mon is leech seated, and the Aamon is faster. If the player mon has any sound-based moves. If only we had any sound moves on Arcanine. Oh, interesting. Infiltrator lets you hit around Substitute. Yeah. So I think there's just a solid chance it goes for Substitute at any given point. But regardless, we can have Hitmonchan for Dugong. Okay, so let's continue down the line. Arcanine is in, KOs, Vanillix takes basically no damage off of Ice Shard. It does take that better than Lucario does, which is nice. Love you, 31 special defense IV Arcanine. Okay, KOs Vanillix. In comes Tentacruel. Tentacruel. Tentacruel always sees KO with Surf. We swap to Eldegoss. So swap to Elda to take Surf. We aren't doing this to drop Tentacruel's speed. We are just doing it so that way Tentacruel is going for Poison Jab or Toxic Spikes on Toge swap. So use Nuzzle, KO with... Oh yeah. So swap to Elda. Swap to Toge. Because this means that Togedemaru's held item is also freed up to potentially be something like Citrus Berry. Especially now that we just got a massive refill of Citrus. Like... Because hell, let me check really quick how many Citrus Berries we still have. I imagine we probably are like mid-40s. 49. Okay, I'm really glad that I've been so conservative with those, because I think it's finally paying off. Let me also see if there are any in the box. There are not. You can also afford to use Muscle Band to guarantee KO with Fake Out Zing Zap. Well, I don't need Fake Out Zing Zap, because Nuzzle Zing Zap does the same purpose. Like, if we use Fake Out, it still outspeeds us and hits us with Surf or uses Toxic Spikes. So if we use Fake Out, we then get the KO with ZZ. Or we can just Nuzzle, drop its speed. Like, we don't even need Muscle Band to guarantee KO, I think. Yeah, Togedemaru's Oranberry. Fake Out does 21 damage. Zing Zap does 122. That's 143. Yeah, it always KOs. I just think I prefer the Fake Out. Oh, wait. No, hold on, wait. Because, yeah, if we give, like, hold on. Muscle Band. Because Muscle Band isn't a guaranteed one-hit KO. It almost is. There are 2 rolls that don't kill. Because otherwise, I would say that is maybe worth it to avoid a turn of Hail Chip. But I think I'd rather just use Citrus Berry. Because, yeah, Nuzzle cuts its speed through Clear Body. So we then get the follow-up KO. Ideally, Togedemaru shouldn't take any damage, and if Togedemaru doesn't take any damage, that means we can use it creatively for setting up pivots that we want. Okay. So swap to Elda, swap to Toge, use Nuzzle, KO with Zing Zap. Does Lagging Tail affect Switch AI? I don't think it does, right? You need the Iron Ball to affect Switch Order? Lagging Tail doesn't, Iron Ball does. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I'm like, oh, in theory, if I made Togedemaru really slow, I could actually guarantee bait in Dugong, because Dugong always sees KO with Drill Run, and then that means I have my perfect Dugong line with Hitmonchan. Which then likely baits in Magmortar on Flamethrower, basically never Scorching Sands, which means Return of Arcanine. But yeah. Okay. So equip Arca with Hardstone, equip Toge with Citrus Berry. I remember where Iron Ball is. Iron Ball is coming up. There is the sad thing is that Iron Ball kind of isn't a guaranteed get. You kind of have to deal with a scary Bronzong that could explode before it gives it to you. Which is fun. Just be greedy as fuck. Okay. My sippy. Oh, you're right. Steelix would be great into that. Yeah, give it a Citrus Berry to help it live longer. And then if it steals my Citrus Berry, big whoop. Okay. Okay. So swap to Baratic because against Togedemaru, Dugong KOs but is slower. Magmortar KOs but is slower. Baratic outspeeds thanks to Slush Rush, KOs with superpower. Cough loses Citrus Berry cough. I'm fine losing the Citrus Berry. I could also probably Orin if I'm being real. I just don't know how much damage it does to the rest of our shit, you know? Okay. So in comes Talonflame into Baratic's superpower. Which it takes really good, baits Rock Slide. Depending on Togedemaru's HP, it can actually be the thing that swaps into Rock Slide. Get off a Fake Out too. No, we wouldn't want to get off a Fake Out because Togedemaru, we don't want to risk Togedemaru taking like a Hail Chip. We just want to get this thing. Oh wait, no. We want to swap Rock Slide into Eldegoss. And then Icicle Spear. Well, hold on, because... yeah, ideally, Lucario is going to be our Baratic KO. Okay. Togedemaru is on the field. Baratic... oh, hold on. Equip Arca with Hardstone. We definitely need equip... Luca with Muscle Band. Because I don't think we actually even need to attack anything with Eldegoss, so I think we can also give it a Citrus Berry in case something goes crazy. Because, like, I think because we want to make sure that we always bait Superpower a second time. And if Lucario is at full HP, I think it means we can raw swap Eldegoss into Lucario. We would prefer to take Rock Slide, but we can absolutely take Icicle Spear, and then we bait Aqua Jet. Okay. Swap to... I do also have to remember that Eldegoss would get poisoned in this situation. Because highly likely that Toxic Spikes are set out. I think we would still rather give it Citrus Berry. Heals more than the poison deals. We could even pre-burn just to guarantee that we're getting the lowest possible damage. Cause yeah, okay. God, crazy how bulky this Dugong is. Pre-burn sounds good. Yeah, I'd need to run the numbers, of course, just to make sure, but... okay, so swap to Tallow, swap because it's going to go for Rock Slide into Talonflame. Because I think even if Superpower crits, Superpower could bait Icicle Spear. I think we also give Talonflame a Citrus Berry for the same reason of just like we want to make sure we have as much HP as possible. Talonflame isn't here to attack. Okay, so swap to Talon. Like, this is a really scary fight. I am comfortable using up a lot of resources on it. And I think it has a potential to high roll where, like, we don't even need the Citrus on Togedemaru, potentially not even on Eldegoss. Okay, so equip Toge, Elda, and Tallow with Citrus Berry. Equip, hit him with Pecha Berry. Okay. Swap to Talonflame. I'm here for all this work to be for nothing because the bear immediately gets burned. That'd be awesome also, yeah. If the bear gets burned off of Flame Body, like, the fight gets so much easier. So much safer. Okay, yeah. Spoiling my coffee. Okay. So, Togedemaru's on the field. It sees Superpower. We swap to Talonflame. We take Superpower really well. It drops its stats once. We then swap into Eldegoss on Rock Slide. Also, we have to consider with how, like, Icicle Spear rolls for damage, it's very unlikely, I think, that it sees the range high enough to overlap over, like, a crit Superpower. Yeah. Okay, swap to Elda. Or no. Swap to Toge. Swap to Elda. No, because you take Superpower. Yeah. This just involves, like, one too many switches. Arcanine takes Icicle Spear really well, actually. It's like the swap to Talonflame just gets so hairy, you know? Because, okay, we swap to Talonflame on Superpower. We take 41 damage, give or take. It's likely to see Rock Slide, which Eldegoss takes really good. I think 35.9 plus the 14 plus the 2 turns of Hail Chip, I think always procs Citrus Berry. Especially if we're burned. And if we're not burned, we're poisoned. It's like, I wish I could bring Nidoking to this fight as a pivot. To, like, clear spikes. But... okay. Because we need to make sure that it doesn't go for Icicle Spear into Eldegoss. That's the scariest possible option. And, like, if it's -1 attack, -1 defense. Okay, we do also have to consider, okay. So, it goes for Superpower into Talonflame, uses up its held item. Sorry, you got second monitored for VGC for about 2 seconds. You're fine, Volt Flare. Okay. Swap to Talonflame. Two Superpowers always proc Citrus Berry. Lucario takes Icicle Spear really well. Yeah. Because I guess I'm just thinking about, like, oh, what if we end up taking too much damage from something? Damn, wait, Loki kind of crazy. Hold on, Hitmonchan, how much damage do you do? Fake out Sky Uppercut does kill. Wait. Wait, hold on. Hold on, this is dumb. Because it takes a lot from Icicle Spear, it takes a lot from Superpower. Because, like, after it gets hit by Baratic's second Superpower, Baratic has the attack and defense drop, which I think should make it so that it still always sees KO with Rock Slide, never Icicle Spear. Hell, at this point, Arcanine can kill. Oh, right, Aqua Jet. Crit Aqua Jet would kill. Well, it wouldn't kill, but it'd be dangerous. Because, yeah, hold on. Okay, and then it sees... Yeah, Fire Spin Magmortar. Yeah, no, I know I need Chan for Doog. I mean, as long as I can bait Drill Run off Doog, Hitmonchan kind of safely swaps in every time. I'm just wondering if maybe I could do some bullshit with... Ooh, actually, Roserade always baits Icicle Spear. Because all I need is a Poison type to clear the spikes. But I would need to be able to guarantee bait Rock Slide or Aqua Jet. Because, like, Lucario fights this thing so good. Ooh, thank you for the sub, Kyo. Much appreciated, hon. Man, I love how fast Arcanine is. Because I guess I'm just looking at these numbers. What is Goss in on versus Baratic? So, Goss swaps in, never gets poisoned. I don't think we actually worry about pre-burning Goss, because the worst case scenario is it takes a single layer of poison. Like, worst case scenario for Eldegoss is it swaps in, takes like one stack of toxic spikes, because one turn of regular poison does more damage than one turn of toxic, and then immediately swaps out. So pre-burn would guarantee that we always take 2 ticks of damage, which equals 1 tick of poison. So I think we just give it a citrus, don't pre-burn it, hope we high roll into Tentacruel, never using toxic spikes. You're one of my fave streamers and have a lovely community. It's been so welcoming. Well, I'm touched. I'm glad that you're enjoying. Again, I like being a smaller streamer because it really means that it's almost more like a friend group hanging out than, like, you know, capital C content. Okay. Because, yeah. The turn Arcanine's out, it always goes for Surf. Eldegoss takes about 14%. I suppose we have to consider, against Baratic, if anything knocks Eldegoss, like Rock Slide, plus 2 ticks of Hail, plus maybe 1 tick of Poison, I don't think it ever baits Superpower. Unless, of course, like a crit Rock Slide. But there's really only so much I can do to control that. And at that point, we're baiting 3 moves. Well, actually, no, we're not baiting 3 moves, because we're probably not also then rebaiting Rock Slide. It's probably safe to swap into Talonflame. Because it would be swap to Eldegoss. Eldegoss baits Icicle Spear. Togedemaru takes Icicle Spear really well. Because it's like, if we're baiting Icicle Spear, it's swapped to Togedemaru. Otherwise, it's like, we need to, like, you know, make sure, we need 2 superpowers to go off. We definitely can't risk Icicle Spear or Superpower into Hitmonchan. Am I willing to believe that we do enough? At this point, you'll be at -1 speed. Still faster than Eldegoss, notably. It's like, because I need Hitmonchan for Dewgong. This really is just like the turn of destiny, right? Okay, let's do some numbers. Eldegoss has 128 HP. An eighth or a 16th of that is 8. So we swap into Tentacruel. We lose 8 HP to Rain. We lose 19. Here, well, let's look at worst case scenario crits. -29. So that brings us to 91 HP. We are baiting either Poison Jab or Toxic Spikes. We swap into Togedemaru, we do the whole thing. Then later, we swap in on Rock Slide from Baratic, doing 46 high roll. Well, here, let's assume crit Rock Slide, doing 69. 8, 16. Why am I forgetting how to do? We heal 32 off Citrus Berry. -8 drops us to 46, which definitely shows a good number of KO ranges on Superpower. At that point, I think we just have to swap into Talonflame and figure it out, right? I think at that point we would have to sack something. But now, let's assume worst case scenario in everything but no crit on Rock Slide. So let's assume regular Rock Slide. Hold on. 46. Okay, so we have 128 -8 minus surface. High roll surface 19. Drops us to 101. I think the situation would be we would have to sack Eldegoss. Yeah, we leave Eldegoss in against Baratic. It would really suck if we lost Eldegoss, but we'd kind of have to do it. Because then, at that point, Eldegoss gets KO'd, we send in something that guaranteed baits Superpower, probably Arcanine, swap to Talonflame, and we're back on the line. I think we always make it through this. It just, we might have a situation where we lose Goss. Which would obviously be nightmarish. We love Pari. She's so fucking useful. Because, yeah. So, -101 minus high roll Rock Slide is 46. -8. Potentially. Okay, and then plus 32 is 79. Never bait super... Oh, wait, no, we might bait Superpower. Because of Poison Tick. Yeah. I think we just got to see where it goes. Swap to Elda, who baits Icicle Spear. Assuming... I think we're safe to swap to Arcanine on this. It would get poisoned. Because at that point, yeah, high roll, Icicle Spear, Ice Chip, Poison Chip. No, I think we could also... I think we're safe to swap to Lucario. Lucario takes Icicle Spear really well. I don't think there's any world where Icicle Spear does so much damage that we don't then rebait Superpower. Okay, swap to Elda, swap to Luca, swap to Tallow, swap to Luca, KO with, hold on, if HP is very low, may need to sack. Okay. At that point, it's a one-hit KO with Sky Uppercut. OHKO with S. Uppercut. Swap to, will have likely taken regular Icicle Spear plus Rock Slide, potentially Aqua Jet. Our HP is going to be pretty low. Well, not pretty low. I don't think we bait Dugong, though. I do think we bait Magmortar. With Flamethrower, Scorching Sands, Weather Ball. Okay, I think at this point, swap to Magum. Swap to Tallow, because Talonflame takes no damage from Scorching Sands. Ooh, Talonflame does take a lot from Flamethrower, but if we give it a Citrus Berry, it should be fine. Swap to Talonflame. We just want to make sure that we never see Scorching Sands. And if we get trapped by Fire Spin, we can probably beat it with Roost Spam Acrobatics. Ooh, hold on. That could be scary. No, it never goes for Fire Spin turn 1 because it'll always see a KO on Lucario. Okay, yeah. Swap to Tallow. Swap to Arca. OHKO with R Slide. Swap to Doog. OHKO. Alright, sorry. Swap. And I believe Dugong actually might not see KO with Drill Run. I think it's fine. Because, like, in a scenario, it's never going to go for Blizzard against Arcanine. In a scenario where it does set up Substitute turn 1, we just break it and then punch through it. I think we give Hitmonchan an Asper Berry. We aren't using Talonflame to stop anyone from setting up. Yeah, no, there was no plan to use Talonflame to prevent setup. Swap to hit him. Looking at Magmortar. Yeah, we're probably not going to be within guaranteed Drill Run KO range. Be funny. Yeah. Thinking about Hitmonchan here. I don't think Dugong is as consistent as I want it to be. Let me check substitute AI. Starts at 6. I think it's actually probably going to go for Protect turn 1. If I had to guess, because it sees that it gets outsped and 1-hit KO'd. But it's a single battle, so maybe not. But it has leftovers. If AI is inflicted with any of the conditions, -2. If Playermon is afflicted with any of the above, +1. Will not protect if they die to secondary damage. So I think there's a very slight chance something could happen to Hitmonchan, which would be unfortunate. But if Hitmonchan were to die, Arcanine, it'll definitely have done enough damage at that point to guarantee let Arcanine get KO with Rock Slide. I obviously don't want Hitmonchan to die, but I think this is the best line that we have. I need to think about... Because if we get Toxicked or Poisoned, this thing's going to protect like crazy. And we want to have Pecha Berry. The fear is getting hit by Blizzard, which I think has a 30% freeze chance. Oh, it's only 10%. Okay, I feel a lot more confident with that. Yeah, so we're gonna do Pecha Berry. OHKO with S uppercut. Okay, this line could go really, really bad. This fight is really scary, but I think it's kind of the best thing we can pull up. So, you know, that's epic. I should probably actually like grab my team, shouldn't I? So yeah, we're definitely going to need to kind of like live calc this as we go. And we have to remember that for every opportunity there is for RNG to go against us, there are just about as many opportunities for RNG to go in our favor. Okay. Like, can't be all doom and gloom all the time. But it could also go really bad. Give Hamilton Heartstone. Could also be really funny if we used one of our Landsat berries. We need the muscle band. Give to Talon. Give Pecha Berry to Kethri. And the nice thing is I also do know where our next citrus tree is, so we aren't too far away from it. It's after Meteor Falls. Give Citrus Berry to Toge, Elda, and Talon. Okay. Is this still Deltarune? It sounds like Clair Obscure. It is Deltarune. This is Castletown. Chapter 2 specifically. This fight scares me, man. This fight scares me a lot. But fate favors the bold. So, Hardstone, Citrus Berry, Citrus Berry, Citrus Berry, Muscle Band, Pecha Berry. Let's do this shit. Say hello to Cruel Trainer Brooke. Out comes Vanillix. Out comes Hamilton. Vanillix has Snow Warning. It sets up Hail for the remainder of the fight. Hail every turn does 1/16 max HP damage to all of our Pokemon. We one-hit KO with Rock Slide. We bait Ice Shard. Ice Shard is a priority move, so it has to go for it. We took 12 damage. Technically a high roll. Next, the game should see that Tentacruel outspeeds us and KOs with Surf. The first turn it's on the field, Toxic Spikes has boosted priority. Either way, it's going to go for Surf to KO Hamilton because that's always, fast kill is like always the highest thing it can go for. We swap to Pari. Some people like to send in Eldeos to try to lower this thing's speed. That doesn't work. It has clear body, so its speed cannot be lowered. We are doing this because we take Surf really well. Okay, Scary. Okay. Take Surf really well, but that crit's unfortunate. I think that means that Veritic later is going to be kind of spooky. Okay. It's going to go for Poison Jab or Toxic Spikes. We want to see it go for Poison Jab. Toxic Spikes. Okay. It is going to go for either Toxic Spikes or Surf. At this point, we would prefer to see Toxic Spikes. We are going to use Nuzzle. Okay. Nuzzle has paralyzed it. I do believe after Hail Chip, that should proc our Citrus Berry. We now KO it with Zing Zap. In comes the Demon Bear. Maisie regains a quarter of her max HP. At 92, it always baits Superpower from Veritic. We are going to swap to Talonflame. Superpower. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, that's a really bad crit. Please, we need Hail to drop us low enough for Citrus to proc. Barely. Okay. We bait Rock Slide. Okay, we're still online. We are going to swap to Pari. Pari was poisoned because of the Toxic Spikes. Cotton Down drops its speed. We proc our Citrus. This would be so good if frickin'... Hold on, wait. Yeah. Always sees kill with Superpower, always sees kill with Icicle Spear. It's a coin flip. Those are some really unlucky crits. Those are some really unlucky crits. I need to think about this. I think we lose Pari. Let's stop and think. We got 2 crits in possibly the worst places. I don't suppose it sees Aquajet kill, does it? No. How does Hammy do into superpower? 80%. Does a max of 130 after Hail Chip, and then if it takes crit, it dies. If it takes high roll superpower, yeah. And then Hamilton will get poisoned. And then that means it probably won't be able to swap into Magmortar later. Barry takes at -1 speed. This is so bad. We never bait Rock Slide. I think I have a dumb idea. It's a really dumb idea. If we swap to Scalpel and we get low rolls on Icicle Spear, we could then in theory swap to Talon, because at that point it's 5 moves. It could be anything. Talon only dies to high roll superpower or superpower crit. Because also, again, it's a coin flip. It could just go for superpower into Pari. Wouldn't it go for Aquajet? It would likely go for Aquajet. That's a good point. Which is a safe swap into Talon. Wait, hold on. Okay, I think we have it. Wait, but if it takes too much damage, the problem is that then we can't bait a superpower into it. We would lose Scalpel. But it means that if it goes, like if Talon baits the superpower, because we need... Do we need the defense drop? I'm almost certain we need the defense drop. Yeah. But it means that if things go wrong, we can just swap into Pari and take the sack that we were going to take anyways. Let's go superpower. Come on, superpower. 2 rolls. 2 rolls. At our current HP, it sees KO. Aquajet. Does it see KO with Aquajet? It does have a chance to see KO with Aquajet. This is really dumb. This is really dumb, but I think it might work. We want to see Rock Slide. Hell, actually, at your current stats, how much does... Hamilton could try to get the 1-hit KO, but no. We swap to Talon. It's never going for superpower. Aquajet isn't that bad. We always bait superpower. Superpower does a max of 41 to Talonflame. 49. 138 divided by 16. 8. 49 minus 8 is 41. Talonflame only dies to crit or high roll. It then always baits Aquajet. We're not out of the woods. We live! Holy fuck. Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Defense -1. Attack -1. We take 8 damage. It sees KO with Aquajet. Because that's a priority move, it always goes for it. We swap to Talon. Aquajet. Talon outspeeds, it always goes for Aqua Jet again. Oh my god, we steered. Oh my god, we fucking steered! Okay, Sky Uppercut. It goes for Aqua Jet because it sees that we Prio kill. At -1, it's not doing that much damage. I don't think we're quite done. There's still a chance something could go wrong with Hitmonchan, but I believe... Actually, do we bait in Dugong? No, we don't bait in Dugong. Dugong does a max of 39%. Okay. So next should be Magmortar. Ooh. Yeah, no, we're not at the woods. Because it sees KO with Scorching Sands. Scorching Sands. Scorching Sands can kill Arcanine. Yeah, we're not out of the woods. Because now we can no longer use Scalpel as our pivot. We're not done here. We're not done here one little bit. Yeah. Scalpel dies to Hail. Pari obviously dies to Flamethrower. Pari does live Scorching Sands. I think, because if we bait into Hamilton and it goes for Scorching Sands, we lose. We, in theory, don't guaranteed lose. It is a maximum of 148. It does a minimum of 124. Hail and Poison Chip kills Hamilton. If we swap into Pari and we get Scorching Sands, it baits pretty much anything but Scorching Sands. It only does 14 damage. All right, Pari. We have to risk Pari again. If it's Flamethrower, Pari dies outright. We get the free swap to Hamilton. We stay online. We have to make the calls where we need to make them, and Scalpel is unfortunately more valuable. We want to see Scorching Sands. I mean, I could also sack Lucario. I'd be really sad to lose Lucario, but we could sack Lucario because Eldegoss is, like, one of the best Pokemon in the entire game. It's a coin flip on Pari. It's a guaranteed loss on Talon. Come on, Scorching Sands. Let's go! Okay, wait, just gotta make sure. Hold on now. Gotta make sure. I believe it never goes for Scorching Sands. Scorching Sands does a max of 14%. I don't care if it's Flamethrower, Fire Spin, or Weather Ball. Hamilton was poisoned. Fire Spin, that's fine. We're gonna take a little bit of chip from that, that's okay. Actually, Fire Spin might have been good for us, because I think now it means that Dugong always goes for Drill Run. We outspeed, we KO with Rock Slide, that drops the Fire Spin. Dugong always sees kill with Drill Run. Never goes for Blizzard. Yeah. We swap to Kethri and win. Kethri is poisoned. It's fine. We have a Pecha. We outspeed Dugong. We one-hit KO Dugong with Sky Uppercut. Yes! God! Oh, fuck! The steer of all time! We don't sacrifice people here! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, that was awful! I hated that! Literally saved by 2-hit Icicle Spear. Everyone good? Everyone's good. I want to rest, old lady. I deserve it. I'm gonna throw up. I haven't taken my hormones yet today. 1 second, chat. How many times am I going to be able to survive greed like that? That wasn't greed. It was objectively losing a better encounter for a worse one. But like, I think I burned the sick out of my system. I don't think I'm sick anymore. That's a lie, I'm very sick still. We get our next encounter now. It's pretty cool. What's on this route? We're not at Route 118 yet. Route 113. So, there is Murkrow, which is alright. Unfortunately, I don't think you can evolve it until after Veto. Stunky, I think, is pretty good, and it gets to explode. Skorupi is actually really, really good. It gets, I believe, has a chance to have shell armor. Hold on. Because I should also probably... Murkrow, Peck, Pursuit, Mud Slap, Haze, Nightshade, Pluck, Confuse Ray, Mirror Move, Knock Off, Dark Pulse. Okay, so Murkrow here is never in a position to force us out of the fight. Just gotta make sure there's nothing here that we need to worry about. Stunk. Stink, stank, stunk. Stunky, Scratch, Poison Gas, Screech, Fury Swipes, Smoke Screen, Faint slash Acid Spray, Night Slash, Toxic, Sucker Punch, Venoshock. Okay, so we bring a poison type to fight Stunky if we need to. Zoroark's an option, we already have one of those. Coughing would be one of the really big hits here. It gets Levitate and it learns Will-O-Wisp before Veto. And this is one of the few Coughings that isn't at a high enough level to be able to explode. Houndoom. Oh, it's Houndoom, right? Oops. I fucked up. There we go. Yeah, it is Houndoom specifically. Inferno, Leer, Ember, Smog, Bite, Fire Blast, Flame Burst, Crunch, Dark Pulse, Foul Play. Doesn't have Foul Play. Okay. No explode, just self-destruct. No, I don't think it has self-destruct either. Yeah, no, it gets self-destruct at 34. The highest level here is 32. Drapion. Damn, Drapion gets a lot of moves, but, Night Slash, Knockoff, Venoshock, Toxic. Okay. I think Drapion's also good for fighting Vito. Yanmega doesn't have Ancient Power, comically. Does get dual Wing Beat. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind Yanmega necessarily. Bug Flying type covers, like, the best possible fighting resist. So yeah, dual Wing Beat, Uproar, Silver Wind, Detect. Yeah, no, getting Yanmega with freaking dual Wing Beat and Detect with Tinted Lens. And then Toxel and Toxtricity. Toxel can't explode. Discharge, Scary Face, Noble Roar, Venoshock. Okay, there is nothing in these fights that can force us out of battle. Pori, baby. Pori, I don't know how we did that. I don't know how we got you out of there, but we did, and I'm so glad. Hey, Maisie, you can hang out here. Probably want Nidoking. No, definitely don't want Lucario. Maybe we do want Hamilton. And I'm sorry, it was... I thought Salazzle was an... Oh, Salazzle is an encounter here. I didn't check that one. Salazzle's really good. So, Flamethrower. So it has Venoshock, Toxic, Dragon Rage, Flame Burst. Yeah, okay. Ooh, but it has Corrosion, so we could still get Toxic, even through our poison types. Spooky. Bring Havara. Ooh, actually, let's open... Yeah, we'll open with Jane, and then we have Miss May for Super Fang. Oh wait, Jane has Super Fang. Jane's kind of great for catching wild Pokemon, I'm now realizing. Chat, I'm still fucked up right now. I'm still so fucked up about that. I can't believe we pulled that out of our ass. One of the best route themes in the game. Love Route 113. Okay. A lot of things have knockoff, so I'm not going to bother giving Jane an item. Zoroark is a dupe. Funny. Murkrow is whatever, I think. Who knows? She could have amazing stats. And it is a knockoff Mon. It is another knockoff Pokemon, and honestly, we are kind of lacking in flying types. You're level 32. So yeah, knockoff, Mirror Move, Confuse, Ray, Pluck. Okay. Okay, use Super Fang. Okay. One, two, three. Gotcha. And I do believe I actually already know what Pokemon is getting Murkrow status, especially because it's a Lady Murkrow. Honestly, though, a second Dark type is also really nice. There's really nothing to complain about there. So let me get the Run and Bun responses, because I believe it is her only response. Link. Welcome to the team. Mar. Goo. Eat. Marguerite. Just gonna send this to someone real quick. Welcome to the squad, hat lady. Huh. Fingers crossed it's a good crow. Let's see, what do you get? Insomnia. Does Haunch Crow also only get Insomnia? That's a bummer. Okay, so there's only one ability option. And I assume we probably want you to be a physical attacker, right? Okay, you're kind of good at both. Heat Wave, Icy Wind, Peck. Okay, you actually have a lot of really good special attacks. So, both are nice. Do you get Sucker Punch? Do you learn Sucker Punch? You do get Sucker Punch, and before Veto. Okay. Yeah, okay. Don't even bother leveling until after Veto, not gonna lie. Oh. Relaxed. Haunch Crow already kind of has awful speed. 31 HP is nice. More bulky flying types. Well, the thing is, I do think Murkrow can actually be used to beat Vito's Alakazam. And it's not like we lose out on any moves by leveling it up before evolving. Ooh, I will say... Oh, wait, that's Gligar. I'm looking at Haunch Crow right now. Yeah, it gets... it's another Tailwind Mond. Another Tailwind Mon gets Knockoff, gets Sucker Punch. And then doesn't get U-turn. Gets Superpower, though. Brave Bird, Brave Bird, Whirlwind, Whirlwind. Sucker Punch at 46, Sucker Punch at 46. Air Slash, Drill Peck, Dark Pulse at 44, Knockoff. Yeah, no, there is no downside to leveling it up. So we do that. Where is... There we go. Yeah. Kind of suffering from getting a lot of middling encounters. But it's okay. Pluck is interesting. Mirror move we're never using. Ooh, Drill Peck does at least give us like a solid flying type attack though. And Air Slash actually. It's a shame this thing doesn't get like Super Luck or something. Do I want Drill Peck more than I want Pluck? I mean, it can kind of win with Sucker, but it's taking a Charge Beam. Well, I guess the question is, does crit Charge Beam KO it, right? Oh, thank you, Automod. Automod's kind of a meme in our channel. It does, in fact. It's a smidge sensitive. Do I even want Dark Pulse? Genuinely wondering if I want Dark Pulse. Because I don't want Confuse Ray, obviously. So I'll take Drill Peck over Confuse Ray. Because, like, do I like the utility of Pluck? I suppose Knockoff functionally serves the same purpose. Attacks with the Blade of Air may cause flinching. Ours is a better physical attacker. I suppose we don't need pluck because we have knockoff. Drill pack. Okay. Definitely want Sucker, especially since we're so slow. Sucker Punch priority. Honestly, a Pokemon that hits hard with a, like, quote-unquote priority move is... It has its own niche. The question is, do I like it more than Dark Pulse? Or do I like it more than Air Slash? I think I like it more than... Dark Pulse? Because we currently don't have any special... Well... No, I want to be able to do good... Well, actually, how many flying type hits do we even have? I think we get rid of Air Slash. Like, its only upside is that it flinches and hits on the special side, but like... Okay. Gets a lot of HP. Awful speed, awful defense, awful special defense. Yeah, it probably dies to crit Charge Beam easy style for special defense. Yeah, that's not good. Heat Wave, Icy Wind, Tailwind, Peck Pursuit, Mud Slap. They're in theory like things we can teach it. And again, just having a dark type is nice. But definitely kind of underwhelming. Let's get you exported. Zoroark doesn't do the job because Alakazam has Aura Sphere. Yeah, and a Focus Sash. I wish Zoroark did the job. Theoretically, we could use like slow U-turn off Gorobis, but Gorobis dies to critical hit Psychic, and it's like, if it dies to crit Psychic, then the entire line falls apart because we still don't have a way to break Sash. Oh, though I suppose in theory, knockoff? Because also Zoroark is slower than Alakazam, so... There are a lot more fights in here than I thought. Why are there so many fights to veto? Like... Okay. Yeah, no, Murkrow lives non-crit Charge Beam and does one-hit KO with knockoff. I'm just going to go live in my world where knockoff actually works on Sash. You've got full route still. Honestly, it means that we can use Murkrow instead of Zoroark as like a, oh yeah, turn 1 Sucker Punch. If you die, you die. Otherwise, turn 2 Sucker Punch. Because, like, regardless, it will still break Sash, bring it to 1 HP to let something like Arcanine or Togedemaru get KO with a priority move. I think I'm fine with this, honestly. It's in theory a sacrificial lamb, but it's not necessarily a sacrificial lamb. I need to pee. I need to pee really bad. Fun fact about me. Damn, also, kind of, yeah, Drill Pick, wait, beats Breloom. That's really funny. It also dies to Sky Uppercut, but hey, you know? Yeah, you know what? Murkrow is basically guaranteed to KO Alakazam and always bait in Crobat second. And even bait Sludge Bomb or Heat Wave off Crobat. For Arcanine to then kill Crobat. Okay. I don't hate this. Anywho, I will be right back. Sorry, I'm so tired, chat. That fight really took it out of me. I'm gonna see if we can do at least one more. I imagine we can. Currently looking at Vito. Spore doesn't have any special AI, does it? So we have a really scuffed way to fight Vito's Aggron. I'm just gonna give you guys a little spoiler. So Mega Aggron doesn't do that much damage to Talonflame. Now you might note that Talonflame does even less damage to Mega Aggron. But the idea, a Pokemon holding a Leppa Berry, once it uses up all of the PP for one of its moves, it eats the Leppa Berry and regains all of the PP for that move. We have Flame Body. If Aggron gets burned, it does even less damage, and we can tap it with Acrobatics. Theoretically, as long as we keep spamming Roost, Aggron Aggron will eventually proc Flame Body. I did the math, I think it's like a 91% chance, which is less than I'd like, but not awful. And then if we proc Flame Body, we're able to just kind of like tap it with Acrobatics, keep our HP up with Roost, let it die to the fire gem. But that's for the future. I never want to do that fight ever again. That was so scary. That was so fucking scary, chat. And thankfully, I hear that the fights on this route are a little more gentle. Until we get to the 10-year-olds that beat your ass. So, let's see if we can get like another fight or two in. Okay, Maniac. Wyatt. I just want to be able to, like... There we go. I need to get all these, like, words in here so that way it provides me with a spell check version. There we go. Because otherwise it'll drive me crazy. Opens, Healy. Okay. What do you have going on here, Mr. Helioptile? Thunderbolt, Magnet Rise, Grassonot, Hyper Voice. Sky Uppercut fucking mulches you. Do we have better special defense on Kethri? We do. Ooh, hold on. I think Muscle Band... Fake out Bullet Punch, or Fake out Mach Punch kills. There we go. Open with... Hit him. Equip. Hit him with... Muscle Band. Okay. Use... Oh, wait. I fucked up my own notes. Use F out. KO with M punch. Cool. Next in comes 136 at 54. Oof. Well, we KO Kecleon with Sky Uppercut, so it probably never sends that in. Headbutt Roost Glare Coil, crazy. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be Salazzle. Swap to Salazzle is Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, HP Grass. Doesn't matter that it has Corrosion, because Sludge Bomb, Corrosion only works if you're using moves that have the effect poisons a Pokemon. Can I kill you with Flip Turn? No. Sad. 136. You died of HP Grass. Because against Hitmonchan, you're going to go for Flamethrower or Sludge Bomb. Oh. Yeah, Arcanine could also do it. And yeah, if it gets off a nasty plot turn 1, I think that's kind of fine. Ooh. Because, like, yeah, we either get hit by 2 attacks or we get hit by 1 attack at +2, which is the same as getting hit by 2 attacks. Yeah, no, so you always live, Flygon. You're not faster, but... Or we could use Arcanine, because duh. It takes all of these hits even better. Don't even need a Hard Stone. It's like... Probably never gonna be Dunsparce. Headbutt, Roost, Glare, Coil is so funny. It's just a little flinch machine. Oh, let's get Muscle Band back on you. I mean, Perry, can you drop the Salazzle's speed? Kinda, actually. But no, you died a crit. Not after everything I went through. I can't believe we kept her alive. God, if we can make it past Veto, chat, that's Duskstone for Murkrow. That is level cap raised high enough for Seadra to learn Ice Beam so we can finally evolve it into Kingdra. That is Metal Coat for Onix to turn it into Steelix. We get so much on that level up. Because, yeah, we don't need Hard Stone. We could get poisoned by Sludge Bombs. Let's see. If we do none... Yeah, okay. Make it a Pecha. Also, you know, I will say, at the very least, if Murkrow lives through Veto, that is, like... Insomnia is not a bad ability. Never having to worry about fucking Spore. And honestly, actually, it kind of does some interesting baiting on Veto, too, yeah. Because they see Insomnia, so they never go for Spore. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's just... Equip, hit him with a Muscle Band. Equip... Arca... Oop. With... Pecha, Berry, swap to Sala, swap to Arca, OHKO with our slide, swap to Kecleon. Sees highest damaging move is Drain Punch. So the nice thing is I'm pretty sure Power Up Punch is actually always considered a setup move for Kecleon, which means since it sees that it gets 2-hit KO'd by Arcanine's Rock Slide, it will actually never go for Power Up Punch. I believe is how that works. So yeah, I suppose if it's guaranteed to go for Drain Punch, bare minimum, even with a held item, it never sees knockoff as highest damage. We can bring like a special like move baiter if we need to. Because I think Muscle Band Sky Uppercut kills Dunsparce. It has nothing that can make it faster than us. Notably, this is Protean Kecleon, actually. So we do need to be careful. But I believe it goes for Drain Punch against Arcanine, which turns it into a fighting type for Talonflame to rip through with Acrobatics. Yup. And at that point, it's outsped. Though Shadow Sneak is a priority move, so it'll go for Shadow Sneak. But at that point, we hit it with 1 Acrobatics, so then it's stuck in Shadow Sneak priority move AI, so we can spam Roost to get our HP back up. I think this works. Yeah, its highest damaging move is Knockoff, but it shouldn't ever use it. Yeah, Shadow Sneak's a really funny move here. Because I would like to be able to get in Hitmonchan. But this thing does a little too much funny shit, and if it becomes a ghost type, then we kind of can't kill it. Like... Shadow Sneak, +1 move priority. Okay. Thankfully, Acrobatics does just enough damage to not, for it to never go for Coil, I believe. Because it sees that it gets 2-hit KO'd. So in theory, we can leave in Talonflame, get off Acrobatics until it glares us. No, but if it glares us, then that doesn't really work. Headbutt, Roost, Glare, Coil. We have to keep in mind electric types can never be paralyzed. Electros, how are you doing with Brick Break, buddy? You're doing very good with Brick Break. Okay. Yeah. It goes for Glare or Headbutt into Talonflame. We swap in Electros to hit KO with Brick Break. Swap to... Keck. Or is it just KECL? It is just KECL. So it's Keckle. Swap to Tallow. Yeah. And if it goes for Knockoff and it's a Dark type, that's fine. We can just use Roost to get our HP up. Use Acrobatics. Use Roost until HP full. Use Acrobatics. Because, yeah, against Kecleon, there's never a world where it goes for Drain Punch over Knockoff or Shadow Sneak. Swap to Duns. Swap to Ely. And Dunsparce, you are speed 60, Electros is 63, perfect. 2 HKO with B-Break. Okay. Give Electros like an Oranberry. Give Arcanine Pecha. Ely. Or Pip. With Pecha. Or not Pecha. Oranberry. Just making sure. 81 damage, 162. Yeah, no, Acrobatics barely ekes into showing enough damage to get around Coil. Okay. And in theory, in a world where it sets up with Coil anyways, Electros has Thunder Wave, Super Fang, like, we can still chunk its HP pretty good. And bring, like... Yeah, Lucario's a great backup. We'll equip it with a Cherry Berry in case it gets glared. And Toge straight up can't be paralyzed. But, no, we should get a thing that does big damage. Noelle? Noelle does big damage. Gorobus does exist to kind of be a free flip turn into anything we want. We could bring Seadra for Clear Smog. In case it sets up too much. Nah, we bring Exca. Equip Luca and Exca with Cherry Berry. Okay, swap to Ely to a KO with Brick Break. Okay. Should be plenty consistent. How did we save you? I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm so stunned that we still have Pari. Like, I'm gonna be shaken for so long. Have you. Get you. Talonflame. The Electros. Excadrill. It is kind of insane how much damage Argios has, or does, despite the fact that its stats and its IVs and nature are terrible. Okay. Take the Muscle Band from Talon, give it to Kethri. Also, like, oh my god, Kethri. Oh my god, the Hitmonchan that clutched up. Welcome back, Curses. Like, I can't believe just how far Kethri has come, how many fights Kethri has helped carry us through. Genuinely, like, one of the goats of this run. Kethri's up there with Hamilton, up there with Scalpel, up there with fucking Pari, Roserade. What am I checking here? I was checking something. What the fuck was I checking? Not that. Not this. I open... Oh, that's right. That's what I was gonna check. Nice. And this is the part where I do the obligatory, hi friends, if you're enjoying the content, you're not already following, feel free to drop a follow. We stream ideally 4 days a week, but that's been kind of difficult lately because I'm getting married soon. I return to my fuck-ass wheel, me playing Sea of Stars. Give Wham Bam Thank You Ham. Petcha. I almost wonder if I actually want to bring, instead of Excadrill, a backup to kill Salazzle. Like Nidoking. Because if Nidoking is able to get in for free if something awful happens, like... She's never going to go for Flamethrower into Arcanine. It's always going to be Sludge Bomb. Yeah, I think we bring Nidoking instead of Argyros, actually. Wait, that's sick music. That was some good stuff. Oh yeah, it's for, it's from when shit goes wrong in Deltarune, chapter 4 specifically. Okay. Give you a frickin'... Give you a Rostberry. Just in case you get burned. Y'all making me want to play these games? Play these games then. Yeah, no, Pio, wait. Pio, you're dating Rose and you haven't played Deltarune? That's insane to me. Like, Deltarune is how we found Rose, or I guess how Rose found us. No? Oh, do you mean, Run and Bun? Oh, you're not dating, you're just friends? Oh, sorry, I thought you two were like a thing. Apologies. My mistake. Okay. So. Oop. Hiya. Trying to figure out how to properly read that. Tunkovsky? I'm assuming Tunkovsky. Welcome to stream. We just had a real fucking dangerous near miss. And thankfully skated by. Tunchovsky. Okay. I will try to get into the habit of that, assuming you stick around. Okay. I think we've got everything set up for Pokemaniac Wyatt. Gonna drop a quick save. I wonder how many fights we got to do until we get that item. Yeah, no, honestly, Max Attack Iron Fist Hitmonchan has served us so well. I was just talking about how Kethry's kind of been our GOAT. Okay. In comes Heliolisk. In comes Kethry. So, Kethry has a Muscle Band right now and Fake Out. This thing has Life Orb, just does a lot of damage. Flinched. What ROM is this? You have that glove that ups attack. This is Pokemon Emerald Run and Bun. I was unaware that that's like a fan hack item. Anyways, we now outspeed and KO with Mach Punch. Down goes Heliolisk. Next we should see Salazzle. We see Salazzle. Salazzle is going to go for Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, or Nasty Plot. We're going to swap to Hamilton. I'm on Imperium right now. I've heard the name, but I'm not super familiar with it. Salazzle goes for Flamethrower. I think that's the best case scenario. Lowest damaging move, and we can't be burned. Hamilton does not outspeed, but does KO with Rock Slide. Salazzle's probably going to go for Sludge Bomb. We got poisoned. That's why we brought the Pecha Berry. Just Emerald, Gen 9 Pokemon, and harder battles with modern mechanic. Okay, so similar gist to Run and Bun then. You know, Run and Bun is incredibly difficult, but we're having a good time. We've made it a lot further than I thought that I could make it at the start, and I'm quite proud of how far we've come with this run. So we are currently not holding an item, so it definitely never sees Knockoff. It's likely to go for Drain Punch here. Since we show 2-hit KO with Rock Slide, it shouldn't go for Power Up Punch, I believe. We're going to swap to Talonflame. Oh, it did go for Power Up. Oh no, Drain Punch. Okay. And now because it's a fighting type, it sees that we one-hit KO it with Acrobatics, so I believe it is going to go for Shadow Sneak. Turns into a Ghost type. Oh yeah, no, the entire point of Run and Bun is to plan every fight step by step. You might note, ooh, we love to see Flame Body proc. You might notice our notes down here in the bottom left as to plan out every fight turn by turn. Okay, it's going to spam Shadow Sneak. We're just gonna spam Roost until we get our HP up. It'll always go for Shadow Sneak because it sees that we outspeed and KO. And it has nothing that KOs us. And we fucking get him. Yeah, no, if you like watching Rube Goldberg machines in Pokemon, like play out in real time, Run and Bun's the game for you. It's all about perfectly laid plans that get bowled over by a single bad crit, or 2 bad crits in the case of our last fight. Okay, so because we are showing 50% damage and outspeed with acrobatics, I don't believe it'll go for coil. I think it's always going to go for glare because paralyze. So we are going to swap to Jane, who as an electric type does not get paralyzed. Glare. We're immune. Okay, cool. We outspeed 2 hit KO with Brick Break. Nice to have a good, simple, straightforward fight after the fucking Hell Hail team. You know, I think you're able to rewind VODs now. If you've got some time to kill and you want to see an absolute nail-biter of a Nuzlocke fight, rewind to Cool Trainer Brooke and her Hail team. All right, cool. Nice and easy. Okay, I assume there's probably another fight before we can get those items. I was correct. I think that's a feature for subscribers. Oh, okay. Hi, Requiem. Welcome to stream. Well, in that case, Tankovsky, is there not a better time than right now to subscribe to the Mayflowers429 Twitch channel? Also, because we have 18 people in here right now somehow. God, Run and Bun has truly done wonders for this stream's metrics. Disable that. Let me... Oh shit, I just heard the jingle. Hold on. Gonna... Oop, no, I don't want that hidden. Disable streamer mode. Invite people. There we go. We have a Discord. Discord is where we post all of our going live stuff. You see me talk about my cat. You know, general life things. Get to vote on the games that we play next. It's a nice chill place to be. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow, Tanchovsky. I hope you're having a good time. But yeah, you can actually see here coming up, I'll see if I can't calc out another fight or two. Because like we've got so many people in here, I'm perfectly content going for a little longer. I was planning on, normally on weekends I stream for 4 hours, but I got both my flu shot and COVID booster yesterday. And they're coursing through my body. But I genuinely think the like fear and anxiety of the Brooke fight burned it through my system because I do not feel that weak anymore. Which is really funny. Also, I'm now realizing the music in the background is probably a little loud. Let's turn that down a skosh. But yeah, no, if you want to see our box though, we've got Newt, the Hail team, Newt, my dear friend, Nintendo, professional racist. It's an inside joke, chat. Don't worry about it. Good. We haven't lost anything. And we caught a Murkrow. Yeah, we've got a pretty solid box right now. Hell, the fact that, like... grab Torterra. And just, like... we can never beat the racist allegations. The allegations only just started right now from me. It looks solid. It is very solid. God, Hamilton, if we can just get you to a high enough level to learn fucking Head Smash. But yeah, no, Newt, for context, we nearly lost Talonflame, we nearly lost Eldegoss, we would have had to lose something to save Arcanine, and I somehow managed to get just lucky enough, navigate just skillfully enough to not lose anything. But yeah, like... glad it worked out. Me too. Frickin' Togedemaru the goat. Okay. Anyways, let's run our next set of calcs. Have you done Norman's gym yet, Newt? Okay. Robat, Brave Bird, Sludge Bomb, Heat Wave, Giga Drain. I imagine you get beat by Arcanine real easy. Ooh, actually, you have Giga Drain, which means Inner Focus, Life Orb. Yeah, we've just gotta bait you into a... We just gotta bait Giga Drain into Eldegoss for speed drop. And then at that point... Oh, wait, this is Pecha Berry. Hold on. Yeah. Because also, I think Goss then always baits Brave Bird. Yeah, there's no crit range on Giga Drain. Okay. Here. Let's start with... I think we probably open with Seismitoad. It is our most grass-weak Pokemon. So, for this cook, we have Ninja Boy Lao. Notes. Opens. Krob. One second, chat. Robat, Muck. You get kind of dunked by Torterra. Unfortunately, our Torterra is the slowest Torterra to ever Torterra. Drill Run, Ice Punch, kind of spooky. But you outspeed, so it never goes for Curse. Okay. Because you don't bait Giga Drain, you don't bait Giga Drain. You do bait Giga Drain. Tortnarteras, we be out here Tortnarteras. Oh, sorry, no, you bait Brave Bird. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You mostly bait Giga Drain, but not really. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Spitsaw. We haven't done a random Pokemon FMK in a minute. Okay. Hold on. We gotta get her set up. It's been a sec. Friends, lovers, people who I despise, it's time for America's favorite game. Random Pokemon generator. Oh, it's actually stuck behind the run and bun calcs. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Wait, hold on. I'm a little silly. I should also probably hide my notes. Random Pokemon generator. Fuck, marry, kill. The rules of the game are quite simple. We are going to generate 3 random Pokemon across the series history and choose 1 to wed, 1 to bed, and 1 to behead. We are to assume that all Pokemon are capable of passing the Harkness test, that they are of human or greater intelligence, sexual maturity for their species, and capable of communication. The one exception to this are Pokemon who fall within the baby category. With all due respect, we are killing those babies. We are only re-rolling our batch if we happen to get 2 or more baby Pokemon in a single batch, because say it with me, chat, I'm not fucking a baby! Now, with all that being said and done, let's see who this evening's 3 unlucky contestants are. Gentle Beartick, Relaxed Ampharos, Naive Electabuzz. I think it's a pretty easy fuck, marry, kill right out the gate. Electabuzz is naive. I'm sure he's nice. He has a lot of elemental punches, and I think he might be a little stupid about how much I'm able to take. Relaxed Ampharos he's a chill guy. I think that, like, he works an all right job. I think he's pretty content with it. I think he's like a construction worker. He's an electrician. He's like relatively low stress, low key. He just like goes and does his job and he's content and he makes good money. And like, you know, it's good for him because he's like obviously immune to getting electrocuted. You know, he's kind of a smart guy, but he's very like, you know, oh, we're chilling, we're having a good time. Now, there was a post that showed up yesterday. I think Leica shared it in the Discord. Hold on. Yeah. There's a post from tumblr.com that starts with, if you become submissive and defenseless from hearing a phrase as simple as good girl, good boy, or good dog, then you're an evolutionary weak link. Imagine if a bear or a mountain lion found out and used this against you. Someone comments, imagine a bear calling you a good dog is like 80% of this website, to which someone else responds, a cougar calling you a good girl is the remaining percent. Now I would like to note, a gentle bear? Like, Baratic, I know that you nearly just killed a lot of my Pokemon, that we nearly just had an awful time and it was all your fault. But that's in the past. I know that wasn't you, that was your brother. I think that Baratic would be a kind, gentle lover. If you like temperature play, I think Baratic would be good for kink for obvious reasons. I imagine, with all due respect, my guy, we're keeping that mouth away from any of my sensitive bits. I would request that maybe he take like a hot shower beforehand just to clear the drool beard. You know, this is clear. I like a clean man. I like a clean, healthy boy. But yeah, I think it's just like a nice, gentle night of lovin'. I think Ampharos, he's great for long term. He's kind of go with the flow. I don't think he's the kind of go with the flow where he has no opinions. Like if you say, hey babe, where do you want to go to eat tonight? I think he'll say like, I mean, is there anywhere you want to go to? And if you say, I'm not really, I don't want to like have to think too hard about it. He'll be like, all right, in that case, I'm really feeling Chinese food, or like, ooh, we should do that like that focaccia recipe that we just saw. That's bread. That's not a whole meal, but you get what I mean. And like, nothing against Electabuzz, but I think as a naive Electabuzz, he's a little too dangerous to fuck around and find out with. I don't want him to cross chop off my genitals. So we are going to fuck Baratic. We are going to marry Ampharos. We are going to kill Electabuzz. Anyways. Heckin'. We were doing calculations, I believe. Okay. So, opens with Crobat. Because it's like, we could probably just beat it with Arcanine. Like, if it goes for Brave Bird, plus Life Orb Recoil, plus Hardstone. Yeah. Like, we're going to take the one hit anyways. Oh, yeah. It's 8% recoil, 94% damage. Yeah, okay. I don't want to overcomplicate it because these two Pokemon seem kind of dangerous. So yeah, I think we just... It outspeeds us. It never goes for Sludge. Okay. Equip Arca with Hard Stone. Open with Arca. OHKO. With our slide. Swap to down 29%. Do you have explosion? Oh, you don't have explosion, thank goodness. I think they both have the same switch-in priority. Yeah. Ooh, but Arcanine doesn't quite do enough damage with Rock Slide to guarantee not bait Curse. Knock off, Ice Punch. Ice Punch kills us immediately, obviously. And I don't want to risk pre-damaging Arcanine enough to where it always baits knockoff. Poison Touch, Black Sludge. Yeah, this thing exists to live forever. Take a lot from knockoff. We had a special attacking way to kill it, but that's kind of difficult. Oh, that's funny. The thing that actually fights this really good is frickin' Seismitoad. And Earth Power is special attack. We outspeed. Yeah, okay. I think we don't even need Soft Sand. Like, does crit knockoff? It does not. 2 crit knockoffs doesn't kill us. Gunk Shot could be Unforch, but no, it never goes for Gunk Shot. It's always either knockoff or that. Really appreciating that we have a special attacking ground type. The Vax Fatigue is still hitting my arms way harder this morning. Honestly, my arms are feeling a lot better. Again, when you have a fight that nearly kills you, I think it just, like, does something to the adrenaline in your body. Okay. Ooh, but with Black Sludge. That's the microchip setting in. Real. Because I am thinking... With Black Sludge, it's probably a 3-hit KO with Earth Power, isn't it? We could just bring, like, a backup. Like, something that can swap into pretty much anything and secure KO. Because a little Volt... Ooh, Lucario also fights this. Okay. And if we give it, like, Wise Glasses... Or actually, no. Probably no held item. Wait, with no held item, why does Lucario kind of stomp this thing? But yeah. Lucario swaps into random move really well. I think it's like, if we 2-hit KO, we 2-hit KO. If we get our 2 hits off... It's kind of awkward, right? But once Lucario swaps in... It also shows 2-hit KO on all of Buck's shit. Because, like, lowest roll on Earth Power is 51. It does get free healing. Yeah, because it always goes for knockoff of a Rise Punch. Okay. Zoroark, you don't, like, fuck this shit up, do you? No. Someone tell the chip to set in faster. We have to put sheets back on the bed today. Well, we could also use Nidoking. I'm pretty sure Nidoking's Drill Run plus Seismitoad's Drill Run should get it. We do have to worry about Wheezing. Toxic, Flamethrower, Venoshock, Strange Steam. What does Strange Steam do? You have odd HP. 20% chance to confuse. Ew. Either way, let's finish calcing this muck. Can Gunk Shot poison? Or is it just a really high damage move? 30% chance to poison. But it's never gunking it up against Arcanine. But if it gets Curse off, yeah. I think we use Lucario instead. Swap to Muck A. Swap to Size. Use E if safe, use E-Power again. E-Power again. Swap to Luca. KO with probably A-Sphere, right? Swap to we. Oh, sorry, no H. Wez. We do have to keep in mind that we have multiple Pokemon that have, like, Super Fang. And this thing has Toxic and Venoshock, so it's really incentivized to use Toxic. Because let's assume Seismitoad against Weezing Galar. It's probably gonna go for Toxic. And then Veno. We kind of can play Weezing by ear if we have a really good position after Muck. Lucario likely can't stay in against it. It's probably going to go for Flamethrower or something. Arcanine is kind of really good for it. Levitate, Black Sludge. Black Sludge also means that we can never Super Fang into Brine. Frost Breath still does a lot. And it doesn't have knockoff, actually, so if we use Never Melt Ice, Frost Breath does enough damage to 2-hit KO. Okay. And then we can bring something like Togedemaru if it does the thing where it, like, Toxic and then starts going for Venoshock, because then that's a free swap into Toge. For Veno, then it probably goes for Flamethrower, but crit Flamethrower doesn't kill. We give Toge a Rostberry. Equip Arca with Hardstone. Unequip Size and Luca. We could also give Walrein a Pechaberry. Oh wait, no, we need Never Melt. Equip Waller with Never Melt. Ice. Equip Toge with... Do we go for Rostberry? I think we go for Rostberry, right? Yeah. So, swap to Waller. 2-hit KO with F Breath. Okay. Just making sure that it does in fact always go Muck, then Weezing, yeah. Because Arcanine takes Weezing really well. Arcanine can also be an option to bring in against Weezing, which is nice. Ooh, Ironhead Excadrill is also an option, so we'll bring that. Also with a Rostberry. Equip Toge, and Exca with Rostberry. Yeah. The RNG is kind of fucky for this fight, but I think as long as we bring enough, like, generic good stuff, we should be able to clear it. We mostly just need to make sure nothing with an important item gets hit by knockoff. I never deleted the cool trainer Brookline. Go to hell. Okay. Grab you. Grab you. It's nice that we get to use Seismitoad. It's been a minute. Grab you. I do actually wonder if Muck goes for knockoff. There's a lot to Toge, even if it's not holding an item. The recoil wouldn't mean anything because of Black Sludge. Yeah. Poison Touch is spooky, but Lucario can't be poisoned. Seismitoad can, but it should be fine. Because it only needs to get at least one move off. And, like, if something's going wrong with Seismitoad, we can bring in heckin' Excadrill to get the KO with Bulldoze. Grab you. And you. Because against Lucario, yeah, it always goes for knockoff. Crit knockoff probably kills Excadrill, doesn't it? It doesn't. It barely doesn't. Okay. Where is Nevermelt? I think I scrolled past it. I didn't! So give that to Havara. Take whatever Lucario's holding. Give Hammy the Hardstone. Nothing on Breek, nothing on Talon. Give Maisie and Arceus Rost Berries. How the fuck have we maintained almost like hot 15 and up people for this entire stream, basically? I hope you all are having a good time. Thank you all so much for spending your Sunday afternoons with me. Okay, I think we're good to get game audio back. Having so much fun. I love that, Pio. I'm glad I can bring joy with my silly little live stream. Okay, Heartstone, no item, no item. Nevermelt Ice, Rostberry, Rostberry. Why do I only have one Rock-type Pokemon? Cursed by God. Also, same. Yeah, same. I only have Onix. Oh, wait, no, I have two. I have Arcanine. Okay. I also know that this route is one of the routes where, I'm so tempted to take the 111 Rock Smash. It's not awful. But I'm pretty sure this is one of the routes where it really pays off to have gotten a first impression on Talonflame. Just making sure. Yes, you always go for Brave Bird into Arcanine. Honestly, fucking take the Rock Smash. Gigalith isn't bad. Crustal's interesting. Like, if you don't need Exca. Okay, so in comes Crobat. Crobat has Life Orb Inner Focus. It's going to go for Brave Bird, which is a recoil move. The recoil from Brave Bird plus the Life Orb should make it more than possible for us to guaranteed one-hit KO with Rock Slide. $47. That did $43. That was a middle of the road roll. Okay. Next should come in Muck, who is either going to go for Knockoff or Curse. I'm actually not sure. I think if it goes for Curse, Breek KOs it easy. Knockoff. Poison Touch. That's unfortunate. I think we're safe to at least get in one Earth Power. That was a pretty good roll. If its HP's still in the yellow, okay, we can KO it with Earth Power. We need to consider what we're going to bait. Weezing could go for Strange Steam or Venoshock. Will it go for Flamethrower? Hold on. Actually, we can swap to Arcanine to kind of clean that up. So yeah, we'll go for Earth Power KO. Okay. Does it bring us to 20? Yes. Okay. In comes Weezing. It sees KO with any of its moves, so it's never going for Toxic here, which means a safe swap to Hamilton. Highest damage roll here is 16% off Strange Steam. We are doing this in case Strange Steam confuses something. Flamethrower, that is the best thing we could see here. It is very likely to go for Toxic. We can get in Flamethrower for free damage. That was a high roll. Okay, we are now badly poisoned, which means it's going to go for Venoshock, which means free swap into a Steel type. Oh yeah, I think we can actually just swap to Excadrill and win. Goes for Veno. Does no damage. We outspeed. Ironhead does a minimum 62. I think it's possible we don't kill, but we always live crit Flamethrower. Bonk. Easy. Okay. That fight I feel like could have gotten a little scary if things got weird. Thankfully, RNG was very much in our favor. Okay. I would love it if my phone stopped buzzing. Breek, I know you'll tough out the poison, but honestly, you've earned a freaking antidote. Hamilton, you can definitely tough it out. One, two, three, four. I've gotten 5 fights in so far, and 2 of them are really dangerous. Really glad that things are going, as smoothly as they have been. I love Arcanine, because it always walls fucking everything. Ooh, Slurpuff with Sticky Web. Oh, this is a fun fight, she said sarcastically. Highly likely to set up Sticky Web turn 1, but we do have Excadrill with Rapid Spin. Unburdened Citrus Berry. Oh my god, we're gonna get cheesed by Unburdened Slurpuff again. This thing is fast as fuck. Why is it 93 speed? Togedemaru. Yeah, we've got a team with a bunch of fairy types on it coming up next. Update for wife, no hair thing today. Drafted 7. Figure we can pick up some sodas and snacks on the way. Easy peasy. Sounds awesome. Always love tuning into these streams. I'm glad, Watermelon, especially because I don't think this is like your thing at all. I've been really pleasantly surprised with how well a lot of my audience has kind of taken to weird Pokemon math streams. It's like, oh yeah, we're doing pretty all right with these. I'm actually gonna check something really quickly. I don't know if I have the gusto in me to plan this next fight as safely as I should. I'm wondering if maybe I call it here and do a raid. Like, I don't want to. We have so many people in right now. This has been a genuinely incredible stream for viewership. But yeah. So let's see. Love it if my phone stopped buzzing, but it won't. Like, who's currently up streaming Emerald? Are there any other Run and Bum players? Newt is live right now. But I raid into Newt all the time. Damn, we're like topping the freaking Run and Bun tab. Control F. Run and Bun. I'm the only one with it in their title. Yeah, wait, did you not know that Newt streams, Pio? Newt was like the first person we raided into after doing a Run and Bun stream. Yapping, vibing some Emerald. Mia the Calligrapher is also up. Okay, I see someone who is streaming Run and Bun in Spanish. I came along around session 10 or so. That makes sense. Because it's like, I wouldn't mind raiding into someone to maybe get a little bit of attention off of it. It's like, if we have 19 people in chat, that's pretty fucking huge for us. Hold on. Oh, wait, that's a regular Samurai. Oh, that's Emerald, or, yeah, Emerald Ironmon. Newt is my little guy. Sorry, Newt, if you ever watch this VOD. I love you, buddy. I'm just like, I don't want to waste the potential. Yeah, I'll just send the raid in the Newt. But you all better go follow my boy. Especially if you like Run and Bun. You better go follow my boy. Thanks for coming to stream today. It was really scary, but I had a good time. Fucking horrifying. Horrifying stream. You always bait dazzlingly. Okay. But you know what? We made it past the Hail team. We got an okay encounter in Murkrow. It just means we kind of got a little sketchy with it with Mega Aggron. But we're getting close to Fall Arbor time. We're getting close to our next major boss and our next power spike for the remaining members of our team who kind of aren't allowed to be used right now. We haven't used, like, Dollop has sat in our box for a while, and if we can make it past Veto, we get to actually use Dollop as a full-fledged Steelix. But that's then, this is now. Likely no stream or anything tomorrow for obvious reasons. I believe we'll be live next on Wednesday the 15th? Wednesday the 15th, in our usual evening time slot. But until then, friends, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I have been April. She has been May. You have all been incredible, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good day, folks. Send it out, raid. And ending stream.